Yo, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today we've got an awesome video for you guys. Today I'm going to be showing you how to mod BO6/Warzone. I know a lot of people are going to be in the comments saying, oh, you use cheats because you're bad, all this and all that. It's just because, you know, nearly half of the player base of Warzone and BO6 are cheaters. I know it's crazy, but it actually is very true. I hope someone at Activision is watching this video. I've got to say, your anti-cheat system it actually really sucks. It's actually quite embarrassing how bad your anti-cheat system is. Even with Ricochet being a provider in anti-cheat software, it's actually still sucks as well. Honestly, it's actually really crazy how easy it actually is, guys, to actually mod these games. This is gonna be a full guide, guys. It's gonna be the best guide on YouTube. I'm gonna be running through how to disable Windows security, because we're going to need to do that because menus and Windows security is not a good combination. Being that, you know, once you try and launch a DLL, Windows will detect that as a virus. Doesn't just go with just, you know, Call of Duty cheats, it goes with a lot of other games as well, because it's just a bit hard to be able to get into the DLLs and see what sort of code it is, so they just flag it as a virus. So we've got a couple stuff here. This is basically what we need today, honestly, guys. But if you guys leave a like, leave a comment, hit that subscribe button, guys, and let's get straight on it, shall we? So first thing we're going to do before anything is we want to disable our antivirus on our PC. And you're probably wondering why we want to do that, because we cannot run any menus on any games or anything like that without turning our antivirus off. You can actually do it, but honestly, if you know what you're downloading all the time and you know you've got a brain, you know you won't end up downloading a virus. So we're going to use Defender Control. This is really good software right here, which will properly disable Windows Defender. So if you go into settings, and then obviously it's not going to come up because I've already disabled it, but if you click off, and then obviously in here off, you reboot your PC, all these options will come back on every time you boot your PC. So what this program here does, it will permanently disable the Windows security on your PC, and it will just, so you don't have to worry about it ever again. When you boot up your PC, it's already off, which is honestly really helpful, guys. So disable that. All links are in the description and in my Discord as well, guys. So what I like to do is run the Red Engine tool. I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, it's for 5M, but it's a good tool, very good tool. You can find this in my Discord server. It's got some really good stuff: optimize memory, optimize system, optimize services, update drivers, heaps of other stuff in there. What I'm going to be pressing is we can go AV detector. We can click on that, 12, let it do a string. It's and we can click 9. This will disable any anti-cheat system, but obviously until PC is rebooted, it's going to disable that. But it's really, you don't really need to worry about that, but it's up to you what you want to do. Obviously when you reboot your PC, it's going to come back on, so honestly do what you want to do. Disable Windows security, we can click on that one. When it wants to do its thing, and there you go. So it actually opens up the Defender Control. So yeah, it's a good tool, guys. So grab it in the Discord. So that's basically it, really. You got your antivirus off. If it looks something like mine, where everything is off, you're good to go. You don't have to really worry about anything else. So what menu I'm going to be showing today is where you can purchase off my store, guys. We do have a couple of menus, internal, and now I'm going to go a bit more in depth with what sort of menu should you run for Call of Duty. I'm going to bring up a picture right here. I know a lot of people are going to be like, what is all this stuff? Don't be shocked, but we don't have to worry about any of these ones. The only ones what we're really going to be worrying about today is internal and external. Not really hooking, really. All of these other ones are they're not real. They're expensive methods to be able to mod the game. It's not real good. It's not real good. It's more like it's just more expensive to do. But these are mostly the main ones you're going to be looking at when you're modding Call of Duty. So, what is the best method to use? Internal menu or external menu? So, external menus are going to be the safest menus, okay? Because they don't run basically on the game. With an internal menu, that's injecting DLL into the game, so it's going to be more detectable in the game. So if you want to be rage aimbotting, probably go external. If you just want to use ESP, just use a little bit aimbot, not too much, just chill, go internal. But internal menus are going to be the more nicer, clean looking menus, and the more just overall you're just gonna have a better experience with a internal menu than an external menu. That's my opinion, because I've used both of these and I don't really like external menus just because I just don't like them. They just feel not real nice to run. So we've got an external menu and an internal menu. Obviously the external menu does not have a spoofer. With the internal one, you do have a hardware spoofer. So, and if you do go down here, it does tell you everything what the menu comes with anti-cheat blocker, hardware spoofer, so you will not get hardware ban, screenshot cleaner, so if it ends up taking a screenshot of your game, it will clean that up. Controller support, so you can use a controller with your aimbot. License lock to hardware ID, supports everything there. Windows 11, anti-cheat, all these other settings down here. I will show you that when we're in the game as well. I'm not going to be going and showing in-game aimbotting just because it's just not what I'm going to be doing. Because more people are just going to get in the comments and go, "Why are you aimbotting? Give people a chance, you know. People wouldn't play this game legit." But you know, I'm just showing you how to mod the game. So it's very easy, guys. So, and I am going to be bringing some soon some pre-made Steam accounts with phone verified and email verified. And Steam disabled as well. There's accounts going to be ready to go, sign in and play and cheat the game. But they are on their way, so yeah, stick around. So yeah, so let's get straight on, shall we? So I'm going to be using Steam today. Oh, that's not Steam, that's Discord. Where's Steam? There it is. So usually if you do buy a menu off me, you basically just want to download it, launch it up. You will get a key, and again, I'm going to say this: I'm not the developer of the menu. I am selling the menu from the developer, and yeah. So basically, put your key in. Very simple, not hard. You shouldn't get any errors. It's honestly just going to load and do its thing. Always load the cheat before loading into the game, and there you go. And done. You've got a menu in Black Wolf Stick / Warzone. It's that easy, guys. And now you can go and boot up the game. And honestly, Ricochet is just, I think it's non-existent, to be honest, guys. I'm actually being 100% with you. It's like, it's actually non-existent. Like, and there you go. It should pop straight up just like that, and there you go. So we'll just load it up real quick. Warzone. And there you go. So let's open the menu, inject, open up, close. And going into account settings, you probably have to select all the options, but I can click load and it'll load everything up. I'll click that one, and there you go. So I'm going to be telling you one thing, okay? If you do not want to get banned, don't make it look like you're cheating, okay? It's that simple, guys. If you make it look like you're cheating, you're going to get banned. So aim smoothness, I like to go around about 50 to 30. If you go to like 0, that's so obvious, and you're more likely not going to make it through the match without getting shadow banned. Shadow bans do usually last around about 10 days until they remove it. Depends what you're doing with the menu. You could be using other things like unlock all, spam chat messages, that stuff like that could lead into a permanent ban without actually getting shadow banned as well. So and again, don't use these cheats on your main account, being that sometimes these cheats can get detected because a lot of people do use them. And as you can see, we've got a couple bypass stuff here: force disconnect, force start DS, skip account, cutscenes, bypass account name. I do not recommend using unlock all, because all unlocks for Call of Duty is very, very, very detectable. I've already tested that out a lot, and you're more likely just going to you're just going to lose your account. So just play legit on your legit account without unlocking anything. I reckon don't use rapid fire or fast reload, being that it can be detectable very easy, guys. So visuals are really good. Spectator count, so now in the new season of Warzone, they actually don't show you the spectator count, which kind of sucks because you don't know who's spectating you. But now on the menu, you can actually click that and it will show on the top right corner who's spectating you, how many people are spectating you, and stuff like that, which is really good. And you can see people's kills and see people's deaths, see players' names. You can troll them in the game, tell them their name, and then they're like, "Oh, how do you know my name?" Stuff like that. Health bar, you can see how much health they're on, distance and all that other stuff. I usually don't select all because this is a bit too much on the screen to see all that once. We've got loot, we can see where the money is, we can see all that, which really cool. I don't like to use it. Visual 7 enemies only, visual check. I don't usually use this spin stuff just because it's a really high risk. As you can see there, note features is crazy, high on risk on your own. And yeah, it does, I don't know, it does cook your game up a little bit. You really need to be in third person to be able to use it. Or just even when you look on like spectator mode, you can see someone just spin around, so you're more likely it's going to get reported, and then it will just end up detecting you, and you just end up getting shadow banned. So honestly, guys, if you don't want to get banned, use the aim smoothness to probably 50. Controller, I use controller, so obviously it's going to be the aim key to be able to lock on. Go neck, don't go head, because you're going to be getting these headshots. At least with maybe chest or neck, it will look a little bit more legit. It's really up to you, but there's heaps of things you could do in here to actually make it look not as legit as the settings I have it. No recoil, I like to use no recoil just because it makes a bit more smoother gameplay, and stuff like that. And you can see the lobby, and you can see the HWID, which honestly maybe in the future we could end up seeing maybe some remote recovery tool maybe in the future, if we be able to get the HWID in the future, meaning we can do like some remote recovery like BO2 maybe, because if you have the HWID, you can basically log straight into someone's account basically with that, but I'm not 100% sure. I think they might have patched it all up now, but yeah, maybe in the future we might see something, stuff like that. And yeah, that's really it for the video, guys. I might actually make another video showing you all the settings and all like that, also settings and graphics I run. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Any questions, please feel free to create a ticket in my Discord, or drop a comment, and yeah, just like that. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. I'm out. Peace.